All right, what up, YouTube? Welcome back to Kick Chat. Today we got the one and only Chad with us. Chad, what's good, bro?
What's good, bro?
Ain't shit. Of course, you know your host D. And
You got O. What's good, y'all?
all right, man. So you already know the first question off bat. Chad, what is the pair of sneakers that got you into the game?
Yo, believe it or not, yo, the first sneakers that got me into the game was the Fila Grant Hill.
Mm.
The twos, bro. I don't know. My moms couldn't afford like buying the Jordans and all of that back in the day, so like that's what we was affording. And I like put them on my feet, and yo, dead serious. Some joints was like, to me, they was fire. It was everything. I had them in the light blue, the red and white, and I thought I was killing it. But it kind of happened in like three phases for me, real talk. Like that phase was a phase for me where it was like I probably couldn't afford certain things, and so when I could start getting stuff on my own, I think what really opened me up and like I became like a sneakerhead and started buying mad kicks was the Jordan 16s, bro, the red and white joints, the low tops. That was when the Ja Rule song came out and he had them on in there. But what's her name again? Ashanti and all that. I was like, yo, those was them for me. That was it. Like that moment solidified. Like, don't step on my sneakers. My sneakers gotta stay clean. I gotta have them with a nice fit. I need all the flavors, all the colors. Like at that moment, that was it for me. And I just knew at that, like in that specific moment. I think I was in high school too.
Yep. It's around that time when things start to get real.
Yeah.
So what was that third phase? You said it came in three phases. So we got the
Yeah,
felines.
it was that moment, and then it was the moment like what other moment? It was that like, and then it became when I was like older. When I got older, at that moment it became like a hobby for me, and I think it was I was able to cop the olive nines, and I was like,
Classics.
yeah, and I was like, yeah, like I didn't want to wear sneakers at that moment. I was like, now it's like I was putting them away. I was like trying to make sure. I was like, nah, these is gonna be something I hold forever, and
Yeah.
letting them go though, dogging them.
Nah, I can't lie, bro. There is that point that every sneakerhead go through where like, yo, they cop something and they don't even want to wear it right away. Like, yo, I'm gonna save this for like next year when everybody pairs dusty. I'm just gonna bust out the new pair. I think we all get there. All right, so YouTube, this week's episode is not your typical episode. It's more of a review of Netflix SneakerHeads series, and which very mixed reviews from what I can see from people online talking about the show. So we're gonna start with that, fellas. Off the bat, did you like it? Yes or no?
Yo, I'm mixed. I'm torn. I don't like I was actually having that conversation with my man Matt, and I was torn. Like I I thought it was cool like to finally have a show, right? Like that's about sneakerheads and all that other stuff. Like, it was cool to like watch it, but I felt like the production was trash. I felt like they just put mad different cameos of like
Yeah,
people just to like make it a film and like make people want to watch it because there's so many different like people. I thought the casting was not that good, honestly. They could have did better with the casting, in my opinion. I feel like they was trying to make it a parody, but like some of us take sneakers like serious. Like it's not funny
yeah,
all the time. Like I feel like they were trying to make a joke out of it in a sense, like in all ways. And it was like you kind of wanted like you see some of the serious parts of the show, but I don't know. I felt like I'm mixed. Like I'm happy that there's a show about it, but at the same time, I'm just like they could have did a way better job.
yeah. You know one thing that when you talk about the casting, I don't understand how they got King Batch and not Conceited. Like I think
Yeah,
Conceited would have been such a better choice for that role.
that's
Like
a
I
fact.
understand they got King's Batch because they were trying to do a lot of like the comedy and the funny thing, but yo, my man Conceited needed to at least make an appearance, bruh. At least
Yeah,
make an appearance.
I
All
give
right, so
you that.
that's and me, like you said, my feelings were mixed on it, and it wasn't because they try to make a joke out of it. I kind of understood that because if I'm somebody that's not into it, it would kind of need to give me something of value. If I'm not into sneakers, give me something of value that I'm watching, which is why I think they went so heavy on the comedy route. But there was just certain parts that's just not believable. Like it was just, and the thing is, if you don't know sneakers like that, you might think like, oh, this is, maybe how it works. You feel me? But like the first thing is, uh, when they went and got the Red Octobers, you feel me? Because someone's trying to get his money back. And Shorty told him to get the off-white ones. And he came back and he couldn't get the Red Octobers off. First of all, you want your 5,000 back. You feel me? You stole Shorty Red Octobers and you went to Flight Club. Everybody know you're going right to StockX. You're going to the highest bid in that size, and you out of there, and you're gonna make your 5,000 back, and that is it. Like when someone's acting like yo, he could get more for a pair of off-white Chicago ones than some Yeezy Red Octobers, I'm like, all right, they're bugging right now.
But that's also changing the game, though, bro. Like, media is a very strong part in anything, and I think people are starting to recognize, like, yo, the sneaker game is like, let's be real, the sneaker game is like a new drug game in a sense, right?
Oh
For
yeah,
a lot of dudes.
Yeah.
So a lot of dudes is giving up their drug game and start flipping kicks. And so I think what they was doing too is like knowing who's a part of all of that. Like who knows who's behind all that casting and et cetera, whatever. It's trying to bring off-whites just up as high as value as October's. Media pushes that. Like another thing that you said, like I didn't like the fact that the show was just all about reselling. Like it had this one glimpse of a few moments, but it was like the sneakerhead community is not about reselling. That's not what it's about. And so the fact that Complex was behind this whole movie, and y'all just pushing resale was more like it was kind of like a smack in the face to like real like sneaker enthusiasts like who follow them, and like it's like really all you care about is like, oh, let's put a celebrity on and let's act like we're gonna be on Complex Con again, and we got them selling kicks, or they come in a Flight Club and buying kicks. That's what they was contracted with.
But you know what though? It kind of felt like whoever wrote the movie, all they knew was resale, because the part where the son was standing on the line to get the Fords, when they went inside and you got people just looking at the sneakers on the wall. Yo, on the time we got a lineup for sneakers, when you go inside, you're going straight to the register, asking for your size, and you're getting out of there. Dudes is not looking at sneakers on the wall. I'm like, did y'all not even know how the actual resale process goes? Because that's not what it looks like inside. And then he gave Asian homeboy the Fords inside a Reebok's box. You feel me? And by the time they met up with him again, he's like, oh yeah, I flipped it. Dog, who is flipping sneakers without the box?
Bro, they talking about like backdoor. Like I get where they was going with it, like trying to backdoor sneakers and stuff like that. Yeah, that happens, but let's keep it a buck. You can't even get in the store when you got a lot. Like let's be real, nobody's doing first come first serve no more. Everything is a raffle, and everything is getting backdoored. So it was really like you're right. Some parts were definitely unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like it needed more substance. The show needed more substance, yo. Like it wasn't enough substance for me personally. Like somebody I know being a sneaker enthusiast, just knowing about the culture. I think that's what it started to turn into me. It was like culture vulture. Like come on, bro. Like it's not about color. Like it's really about like it's culture. Like that's our culture. Like we started that. Like we know what it is, and it's kind of like y'all snagging it again. Here we go again. Like. Feeling something that we done been doing time and time again. We pushed the market. Like let's keep it a buck. Like it was just so corny to me at certain points of it. It was just corny.
You know what part? Like I kind of thought they did actually a good job at when his wife seen that he's going to buy the Fords. You feel me? And she didn't understand like the sneaker culture. And she looked at him and was like, yo, but they're just sneakers. And like her legit not understanding like, yo, like, nah, these are not just, and when son is breaking down what they meant to him, I was like, yo, this is a legit part of like, someone that's a sneaker collector versus someone that really just doesn't understand it. And I think they had a chance to do better with that, but they didn't really build on that storyline a lot. You feel me? And even when they had her looking for the purse with Homegirl, I was like, dog, no one is walking through the back of the Asian restaurants, going down into the cellar. I'm like, first of all, if you're trying to buy something straight cash and somebody take you to the basement and walk you through a cellar, dog, they're about to kill you and harvest your organs. Like, no one is selling you nothing at that point. I was like, nah, y'all stretching this a little too much. Like, there was legit some points where it was like, yo, this is something that I can see happening. But then, like, when they over-exaggerated, it was going way too far.
Yeah,
like, listen, man, they want to do it.
I'm with you on that.
SneakerHeads 2, yo, holla at me, man. We'll get that right, bro. Yo, come on, yo, holla at us, bro. We'll get you all the way right, bro. Can't be writing no boo-boo like that. All right, second question, and this came kind of off what I was just talking about. Is being a sneakerhead irresponsible? Now, this is the dope question for all three of us because we all got kids. You feel me? So it's like, when he was sitting in that family van talking about like, yo, you really gonna go buy sneakers right now? And you got going on. I was like, yo, you know what? This would be a dope conversation for us to have. Yo, like, how do you feel about that one?
I think I have the most kids out of all of us, right? I got 3. So it's
all right, so we don't know chronological order. Older, medium,
Facts. Is it irresponsible? Hell no, it's not irresponsible at all. Like you said a couple weeks ago, we were talking about things that a sneakerhead could do. If you know how to manage your money well and you know what you want and what you don't want, then it doesn't become irresponsible. If you're just trying to get every single thing out there, then you can say, all right, it's irresponsible. But a sneakerhead knows what they want and you know how to, like, what sneakers go with what fit. I'm getting this sneaker because it means something to me. And anything that means something to you, you're gonna do what you have to get it. So that means even if your kids are like situated, you're gonna go get it. Right? So is it irresponsible? No, in no way whatsoever. Because not only are you getting something that you love, Sneakerheads, the little series on Netflix showed you that these sneakers have value, right? So when you're no longer here, or if you need it in a tight, I got the Red Octobers in the crib right now. If I needed to, I could just go sell those things, or rip, or I got the fragments in the house right now. If I needed to, I could just sell.
That's big energy talking right now. Go ahead. Oh,
I'm doing like 100 push-ups on us right now.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, big boy energy. Hold on.
You can't be irresponsible when, at the end of the day, you could also make money. I mean, you could have something that means something to you for a little bit of time, and if you ever need to, then you could provide for your family with the same things that gave you joy for the little bit of time that you had it. So I don't think it's irresponsible, even with 3 kids who need to eat and need a home to live in.
Facts. All right, so I'm gonna build off of that, and just like the first answer, no, being a sneakerhead is not irresponsible. What I don't like about the irresponsible looks that media and certain platforms give sneakerheads is they're saying sneakerheads are irresponsible, and they're not looking at the age range of the irresponsibility that happens with sneakers. Now, when I was in college, high school, of course I did irresponsible things for sneakers. But that wasn't because of the sneaker culture. That's because of the age. You feel me? When you're that age, you're doing irresponsible shit anyway. Like, yeah, I really would blow $400 or $500 on a pair of sneakers and be hungry for a week when I was in college. You feel me? Yo, most college kids are starving anyway. But like said, as you get old, straight ramen, man. What you talking about? You feel me? Go to Olive Garden, and before they bring the food out, break out. Like, yo, matter of fact, I don't want this shit. Y'all just came here for the salad and breadsticks. But it's like, yo, being a sneakerhead is not irresponsible. And that's kind of another thing from the show I didn't like, when he went and he bought the sneaker storage spot. You feel me? That was for resale, and son dropped $5,000 on it, and that was like his family vacation money. Dog, I don't care if you a sneakerhead, a fiend, dog. You got a black woman at home. You are not blowing your family vacation money on shit You feel me? So I'm like, nah, I don't think. Can sneakerheads do irresponsible things? Yes, but that's just life, period. Like, it's not the sneakers that got you there. If you would do irresponsible things with sneakers, you're an irresponsible person. Being irresponsible is not a trait of every sneakerhead. So that was something I had to, like, when I seen that, I was like, yeah, they really, like, I guess from the outside looking in, it may look irresponsible to have like a more 100 pair of sneakers, but listen, it's not. How do I say it? It ain't tricking if you got it. Yo, as long as it's not breaking your pockets, it's not stopping you from doing what you gotta do. Yo, go ahead and buy what you want. Like, don't let nobody put no labels on you. All right, and I'm D with the 2 kids, and now we're going to Chad with 1. Yeah, Chad.
So me, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't feel like. So here's the thing. I think I want to like delineate the difference between like a sneakerhead and a hype beast. I think that's what people start doing. They start like getting the two really mixed up. And a hype beast may be irresponsible. I ain't gonna hold you. And the reason why I say that is a hype beast buy anything and everything. I don't know what his funds are. I don't know what it is, whatever the case may be. But some kids are hype beasts, like you said, and they may be doing irresponsible things because they're trying to get all the hype, thinking that sometimes they buy things thinking that they got an investment, and they really don't, and it flops. They don't make no money. Or you making, I see some of these kids out here making like $50, $30 on every shoe that they sell. Cool, it's an investment, it's some money, but at the end of the day, I think it turns into like the mentality. Like a sneakerhead to me is not someone who's irresponsible. Just like O said, you've already budgeted for those kicks. You know what time it is when you like, you know what you're going for, you know what you want, you know how to put the money aside for it. So it's just all about, I think, your financial responsibilities in your life. So for me personally, like being a sneakerhead isn't irresponsible in no way form. Like I have a sneaker portfolio. You know what I'm saying? And that's like a stock portfolio for me. Like I have stock, I have investments. I got stock portfolio, and now I have a sneaker portfolio. People would be like, "What the hell is that?" Like my portfolio literally is a bunch of shoes that I'm never wearing, but I know that, like O said, right? Like big boy energy. Like I got some fragments in there, and I got some red Octobers. Like worst case scenario, I can sell them joints and put a down payment on the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like I have that. I have a portfolio just full of kicks worth grands, but that's where it comes to the people having to like understand the difference between what they're saying. Like sneakerheads aren't people who just buy everything and anything. Sneakerheads are probably the most responsible people you meet, believe it or not. Like, cause you've already you've paved the way, or like you've already how you say it, like you've already scoped the whole field out.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know what time it is. You know, like, nah, this gonna be expensive over here. This ain't gonna work. Nah, I'm not touching that. I like these. I'm gonna get these. You already know how you're gonna get them, when you're gonna get them, how it's gonna work, the profit of it later on if you are buying them as an investment. So I just think like, nah, being a sneakerhead ain't irresponsible. I think now I have some people blown a rent money on some sneakers. Like I'll be honest with you, have I done that in my younger days? Yeah, I've done it, being stupid. But like you said, it all depends on like where you are, your age, all that stuff. Has a, and then like again, how you define sneakerhead. Because sneakerhead don't got to be somebody who's just buying a bunch of kicks. A sneakerhead could be somebody who got one pair of kicks and they just love that kicks. They find passionate. So it really depends on all of that too. At the end of the day, and yeah, I'm sharing with one kid, one and done.
All right. So what part of the show related to y'all the most? What part of the show related to y'all the most? And I guess I'll start this one. It's when he got the job. And then everybody said what he was doing. But he was in the office and he was sitting there. He was just looking at all those people's feet. You feel me? It was about the Oxford shoes. And like, yo, it was just like his whole world was caving in, looking at all those hard bottoms. Like, I can't lie. That's me, bruh. I'm at a point. Yo, shout out to my principal for understanding my lifestyle, where she don't even pressure me to wear shoes anymore. You feel me? I'm professional up top, but I'm fly on the feet. So it's like, listen, I can't like thinking about like work shoes and like nah, man, I can't do it. So when he was looking around, I was catching that panic attack with him. I'm like, oh my God, if I see one more pair of wingtips, I'm out of here. So that was the part that like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, related the most with me.
Yeah, to follow up, that definitely is relatable. That's why I chose a profession where I don't ever have to do that ever again in life. I can remember us starting at at that old boy school and having to wear my sneakers to work and then change into some hard bottoms. And then after work, just change it real fast. That's the worst feeling ever. And what's crazy is at that school, I taught PE. So I'm like, why am I in hard bottoms teaching PE? No way. Had to leave. Had to leave. Now I teach PE now. I don't wear shoes. I don't even wear shoes. Teachers means. Nah, bro.
So I can't lie, yo. When I looked down my feet that first day and I had a pair of Sperry's on, I was like, yo, how did life get me here? Like, yo, how is this what I'm doing, bro? Oh, I felt so defeated. All right, go ahead, Chad. It's on you.
I think the part that related the most for me was him going to like a whole nother country with his mans. Like, I like literally yearn for those things. Like, you know, like my little homies, whatever, like I take them with me, like, yo, let's go to LA. Like, that moment felt like I know what that moment felt like. Like it felt like love. Like, yo, this is like I'm doing what I love doing. Like, even if I'm not working for, like, you know, in the back door, the back entrance of Nike or whatever, corporate, nothing like that. Like, I'm enjoying my time being in a different country, state, and seeing like the signature stores in their communities. Like that resonated, you know, with me a lot. Cause like I've been on those, and I yearn to do that. Like yo, bro, like let's all go. Let's go on a trip. Let's go. Like let's just go live. Like let's go to Japan. Let's go out there. Let's see what it's hitting for. They talk about like that's the market. Like let's go see what the market like out there. Like just being able to do that resonated. Like just being with his homie in that moment. Like that felt like it's that break you need from home life sometimes, right? Like you so responsible all the time. Like,
that's true.
You need that one moment with your man. Like, yo, bro, like, you know, your girl thinking you doing wild crazy. Like, I'm not doing nothing but going to these sneaker stores out here.
For
like,
real.
I'm chilling.
For real,
I'm enjoying
bro.
myself with my man. We're not out here wilding and doing all that crazy. It's like we just enjoying time. And I think that was like the piece that resonated for me the most. I work at ACS right now, bro, and I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I never wear hard bottoms. It don't happen ever.
Yeah,
and they be looking at me too, and I be like, yo,
bro.
I gotta change my profession. If you want to tell me I gotta change my shoes, like I'm not coming in. Like I'll put on some Converse, but like it ain't going past the Converse. Like if I gotta do more than that, like you gotta miss me with it.
I'll never forget the day, yo. I'm in DSW on 34th Street, right? And I look out the window. You know, across the street is Foot Locker. I'm looking out the window like, yo, what am I doing here, bro? I felt like, yo, I'm locked up. I'm looking through the bars at the birds flying like, yo, how'd I give up my freedom? I can't, yo. Hard bottoms is just, nah, bro. I can't do it, man. Cannot do it. All right, and one of the last questions, man, and Chad, you're definitely going to start this one off, because when I asked you this question, you answered it right off back. Is the nod a real thing?
Of course. Hell yeah, the nod is a real thing, bro. Everybody do it. Everybody do it, bro. I don't care if you're not even a sneakerhead. You do the nod. You look, even if you look from top down, you look from down, top, it don't matter. You looking at them kicks. It is like it's a thing. It's definitely a thing, bro. Like for sure. I just remember like being like I do that all the time. Like if I'm in LA or if I'm here, wherever I'm at, like I be looking at, even when I see my man's now, first thing I'm looking at, they got on their feet.
Yep.
Copy. All right, you can get in the car.
All right,
Nah, definitely. The nod is a thing. It has to be a thing, bro. I think the way of the world is like the first thing you look at is appearance. So you gotta go top down, or down to the top, like down up or up down. You have to, because that's your first experience with a person. So it doesn't matter if you're a sneakerhead or not. That's like your first experience with a person. So nod is definitely real.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. For me, the nod goes back to, I want to say either 7th or 8th grade. Like, my father owns his own business, so I worked with him all summer. And it's time to go back to school. he gave me like $100. You feel me? So yo, go buy yourself some back to school sneakers. Now I'm like $100 for sneakers. Y'all remember me and my sister? We went right to Sneaker King over here in Utica, and they had the white and North Carolina blue 14s. And yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Not looking back, the dude in the store was an asshole. Son told me 125, bro. I'm a little kid. Son would not budge off that 25. And my sister, she gave me 25 or 100 for me to get those. You feel me? And I was hyped. First pair of Jordans I owned. You feel? I'm hyped. I went to school. You feel me? I went somebody looked down. I was like,
Exactly.
he gave me the nod, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That right there said, I felt like the man, bro. Like even when
It's
I'm on
the
the train,
confirmation, bro.
sometimes you feel me. Like, listen, and I got that pair. You feel me, bro? If I don't get my nod for the day, yo, I'm circling the block 3 times before I go home. Yo, I'm not going in the crib till I get my nod, B. Like,
Nah,
yo.
the nod is a thing, bro. I remember like getting a nod from like your crush in like junior high, like when she looking at you, and it's like
Bruh.
she give you the, you be like, yeah, I did it. Even if like you know, like at the end of the day, you know, like you had on a fit, like you had something that was hitting, like,
Yep.
like yeah, that's me. That's me today.
Yeah.
And you and
yeah.
look, that outfit and them sneakers going another rotation the next week. You can't do it on Monday. You gotta do it on like Tuesday, Wednesday,
yep.
next week.
Right. And it'd be so real. Listen, I can't lie. When you young and you got it, and you know, like, yo, I'm stunting on them today. But you go to the lunchroom and you not even eating. You not eating, bro. Yo, I came here to stunt, baby. I ain't come here to eat. I came here to stunt, bro.
That's a fact. Yo, just staying at school late. Like now, all of a sudden, you ain't going straight home.
Nah.
You really outside chilling, knowing you about to get in trouble, knowing you got to get to the crib. Like, nah, I gotta show these because you know I ain't gonna be able to get this for much longer. Knowing, like, I remember them times of walking like you couldn't bend. We used to have to put the we
tissue.
didn't have that. Yeah, we didn't think about the insoles at that moment in high school and junior high. Like we was walking like we had bricks on our feet, bro. Like you was not bending your toes because you was like, I need a knot for the rest of the month when I put these on my feet. You knew what time it was. It's definitely a thing, bro.
Son, nah, that nod, man. Son, like that recognition, bro. That meant everything. Like, yo, some people, like, even when I'm like, yo, I don't do it for other people. That's true. I do it because, like, yo, there's sneakers that, yo, for me are like, for me the Mocha 3s, right? I see Travis Scott wore them this week, and now I bet people about to start feeding for them. But yo, for me, those Mocha 3s, when they came back out, like, yo, I bought them early. I just had to have them. You feel me? And I know for everybody else, that's not gonna be the thing. But for me, that's my thing. But I ain't gonna lie, when I'm wearing a pair of kicks and somebody else appreciates what I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. So, fellas, man, before we get out of here, we got to talk about what's on feet today, man. I just came back from a lovely brunch with some of my good ex-coworkers. So I'm about to, I guess I'll go first. You know, classic 5s. I'm happy to put that Nike Air back on the toe, on the heel. You know, nothing crazy, but something very special. You know, that's what I'm working with today.
Classic. I'm gonna I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm gonna go because I know O about to pull out something ridiculous. So let me go first.
Yo, O been flexing the whole show, bro.
I ain't trying to get shamed, bro. Like, nah, not me.
That's why I went first. Dude.
Yeah. So today, you know, your boy. I ain't go real classic, but you know, I had to go with a goodie for the year. You know what I mean? A good old Sakai John. I had to go to goodie for the year, you know, and I wear my kicks, so you know they a little beady, but you know these my joints for the day.
Those are good.
Yeah, those is good, but I know you about to pull out something ridiculous.
Yo, son is like, yo, matter of fact, YouTube, if y'all want to go home now, y'all can go ahead, man. See y'all next week.
He's about to kill a game. We're talking about Red Octobers and fragments in the back.
So to our YouTubers who watch every single episode, I'm sorry because I'm actually repeating a kick, but it hasn't been worn for a while. All right. We just spoke about it. We just spoke about it. I got today. I got on the Travis Lowe's. You know what I mean? Put these on today. It went with the fit. That's the reason why I put them on. I would have put on my Sakai's, the black ones, but these went better.
Nah, I'm about to cut my video off, bro.
So next week, y'all. Peace.
All right, fellas. I appreciate y'all for having me on.
I appreciate you for being on, man. All right.
You know.